Hello and welcome to my draft team overview of the IVDL Draft League. Um, the IVDL Draft League, yeah, the IV Draft League, of course. Um, it's a it's a draft league of the ROM hack Radical Red, which is like a difficult. It's like a difficulty ROM hack in which changes a bunch of Pokemon, like either small stuff like moveset changes and small stat or small stat changes, or in some cases makes some Pokemon gives them massive changes of make them just to a completely different Pokemon to use than what they were initially were. Like for example, I think Ledian is like more of a speedy physical sweeper now. Still pretty trashed, I think. Anyway, I'm the team Poketopia Enjoyers, which my idea was like I like Pokemon Battle Revolution way too much, and Poketopia is like one of the best areas in the history of Pokemon, in my opinion. Not biased at all. Anyway, we're not talking. It's not about that. We're gonna talk about my draft team. So, for the first, we were doing in like snake order and such. I know no one cares about that, right? The only thing I have to note, I was able to pick two Pokemon at once, because I was like at the bottom of the list, at rock bottom of the list, so I was able to like get two Pokemon for in one go. And for the first two, I decided on Latios and Mega Latios, and no operator Despucha that gets fucked off. Anyway, Clefable and Latios. Clefable's entire the reason why Clefable bulky, strong. It's bulky and strong. That's my thought process. I also am the most comfortable with using Clefable because, yeah, again, bulky, strong, can set up easily, can heal itself easily. Has a with the It's a Pokemon that can utilize a lot of items really well, even offensive focused ones because of its abilities. Like Magic Guard can be really good with Life Orb. I think that's a popular one. That's a thing that a bunch of people know. That's a great, that's a really great item ability combo. Makes some moves really strong. And with the bulk, you can just like. It can also be a decent style Pokemon. It can be a pretty good style Pokemon, especially with something like Unaware, which take if like even a +6 damage. Like even if a Pokemon is fully set up to sweep the entire game, Unaware can allow me to still stop it. Still allows me to stop it. For one, I'm repeating a lot. Sorry. Uh, Also, Q-Charm. Imagine me running Q-Charm one day. Anyway, I could, but I will not. Um, Overall, I think it's a pretty good one. It's definitely a really good one. My next pick was Latios Mega. A keynote, something I have to note. If you pick the Mega Latios, you also get its regular form. So I could have the options of either Mega Latios or Latios, which means like I can like, which allows me to be even more free with my options. I think in like LDL I chose exclusively Latios because it was cheaper. Latios can be a pretty good, pretty good Calm Mind Sweeper. Maybe even Dragon Dance, perhaps. Can be pretty good. Its Soldew isn't that strong as it was in like Legends. It uses the more modern Soldew, which increases Psychic and Dragon type stab, aka its stab moves, to 20 more percent, which is decent. It's basically like holding a Twisted Spoon and a Dragon Fang, but it's not that good, especially with the options you actually with all the options you have. It's not that good. It's not that good. Expert can mean this. And you can also run. Don't know if this is a bug in the Showdown team builder or in the ROM hack, or like if the ROM hack even has it, but Luster Purge deals isn't like the buffed Luster Purge that it is in Gen 9. Because Luster Purge, like, is the thing, Psychic deals 90 and Luster Purge deals like 95 base. It's like 95 base power in Gen 9. They didn't implement it. I don't know if the ROM hack just doesn't have that buff for now. But right now it's just weak. Or if this is like, what was the regular base power? I don't know. I don't know if this is what's something like this. I would always pick Psychic because the 50% just isn't worth it. So yeah, I have no idea how that works. I hope someone can like answer in the comments something. I don't know. Um, yeah, these two I think were pretty good mods. My thought process was just like, yo, go for the core go for cores and such. That can be pretty reliable because then I got Cortana, a grass steel type. Okay, I have to mention something. I'm being memed of running Assault Vest, Max HP, Max Special Defense, Cortana. Because I actually think it's a good set. Like, it can be really good under the right circumstances. Alright? I used Cortana, Special Defense of Cortana, in Pro Twin Ultra Sun. It's capable of living even a fire type stab move. Okay? I have proven it. I didn't save the replay on the battle tree, so yeah. That's something. You can run. Ignore the Salt Vest Sword Sense, by the way. I know. Ignore that. Okay, ignore that. That's better. It's like you can run sets like that. You could even be insane like me and run a defensive set. Like, that's all about the bulk, not about the offense, because it's actually really strong. 181. That's the strongest Pokemon of all time. If we ignore Eternatus G Max. Yeah, but you can run Sword Stance. It's sad it doesn't get the GLD. That's sad. Um, it gets some really strong moves, like some really nice moves. I just noticed that it has cut. It's a buffed move. Wow. Anyway, you can run like Sword Sense is nice. Scarf is good. Those are some good items that it can hold. Or you can just like go for heavy duty boots. I think it's a pretty good mon. For Palafin, my next pick was Palafin. It wasn't supposed to be Palafin. I wanted Mega Slowbro, and if that got sniped, Mega Swampert. I think you know what happened. Both got sniped. The reason Palafin mainly because it's like it basically is a legendary Pokemon. The only thing you have to do is it's not in this form right now. It will be in its like zero form. If you switch out in any way, shape, or form, it will turn into hero mode forever. And it has like this stat spread, which is a really insane stat spread. Especially since it has flip turn, it can utilize it really well. You can also just exclusively use a manual switching one to get that form. I kinda wanna fuck with that, but yeah, mainly because it's like as legendary type stats. Pure Water type is great for bulky, and it's also actually quite bulky, like 197.87. That's quite bulky. That's a pretty bulky mon. So my point to get a bulky Water type kinda did still manage to be pulled off. I feel like it can be very good. It like gets something like, I think it gets Drain Punch, which is like amazing. For my next two mons that I got were Snorlax and Mega Snorlax and Raikou. Another thing that they did was like turn G-Max forms and change them into Mega Pokemon. So now the 540 base that Snorlax can now Mega Evolve into a 640 base that Mega Snorlax, which has now a Grass typing, which it's arguably worse. I mean, yeah, it does get Spore immunity and such, but some say it's not that good. It's not a good change. It does get 160 base attack from Mega Evolving. It's also pretty good special defense too. So you can run some nice Assault Vest sets, to be honest, in my opinion. And Raikou, mainly because I wanna get a meme core away, and that is the Salon Maiden Annabelle core, which basically just means you'll get the Pokemon that she uses in her rematch, which is Raikou, Snorlax, and Latios. Almost said it again. And that's the core. It's overall pretty. I think Raikou can be pretty cool here. It's memed to just be bad. Everyone that has tried to use Raikou just failed. And it would be funny if I'm will be the one that can make an actual good set with this. You can actually be really flexible with this. It's quite bulky, so you can run more defensive sets. But it's also like pretty strong and speedy. I mean, 115 isn't that impressive nowadays, but I think that still can be good. Just coping at this point. And pure electric typing is pretty nice. It can run Calm Mind, so it's, again, can be pretty good bulky, can be pretty speedy support. I think that's the one that I would be more gravitated to, but who knows, but who knows. My next two picks were Haunter and Doji or Sevi. We're gonna get to Doji into a second, but Haunter. Context. I got... Someone sniped Gengar. I wanted to get a Gengar for a niche strat, but that got sniped. And it was memeing about, yo, it would be cool if Haunter will be on the list. And one of the mods, I feel like, one of the mods was like, yo, we could like add Haunter if you want. I was like, sure. They added in for like 5 points and I got it. It's a great Pokemon. I mean, ignoring that it's worse Gengar, I think it has some niches it can do. I can't run offensive with this, but it does have the same special attacks as Raikou. It doesn't have the speed to make it work. Even if I get a Scarf, it still won't properly outspeed you in an unscarfed mod. Hold on. It could run Eviolite, but I don't know if that's that amazing. I have to do I have to like do calcs if it's even worth running Eviolite, because other than that, Focus Edge. But it can like be a really supportive mon. I think there's something I can cook with this. Explosion, perhaps. And next up is another thing that's like that Radical Red does, and that's Civilian. I'm gonna call it Civilian. Civilian forms, which are Sevi Island exclusive Pokemon, which is half post and half post game area exclusively in Fire Red and Leaf Green. It's mainly because you have to like get National Dex Pokemon, unlock breeding, a battle facility for it, and also get some story into like Team Rocket and Johto. They added even more stuff to it in Radical Red, of course, and one of them being the civilian forms. This one is a really good one for Doji. Like, Fire Ground is a great typing, makes way more sense than whatever we got with Doji or Noble Flying. Rock it can get some really good ones, like its attack is raised 12 stages. Angle Point can be pretty nice. Early Bird can be is niche. Rockhead's great. That's a great. It also gets a bunch of recall type moves. The only one that I'm only bummer that it doesn't have is Head Smash. It would have been funny. The one with 3 heads has Head Smash. It would be pretty funny. You could. And it doesn't have that good of a speed stat. Well, it does have. It's a mid speed stat nowadays, so you more likely need to scarf it. So I need to more likely need to scarf it, but overall I can be pretty kind of flexible with this one. especially since this also exists. Uh, so yeah, I think that's a pretty cool one. And I'm quite excited to use this one. Next two Pokemon I was able to get were Bramblegast and Mega Gyarados. Yeah, I got. My point was, yo, I should get a bulkier water type. Yo, I got an even bulkier water type. Yeah, it's just. But yeah, first Bramblegast. My main reasoning was Rapid Spin and blocking Rapid Spin. That was my main thought process of this. But it does get also some nice moves. It can get some nice moves like Poltergeist is pretty nice, Shadow Sneak can be niche, Substitute is pretty good, Trailblaze. So Blood Seed is also something that I could like use. Usually it's like it can be pretty good. I can also run it specially, but we'll see about that. Next up, and Gyarados, my main reasoning was I was like, okay, I probably need a good resistance. Like I was very weak to like a bunch of types that I wasn't expecting. So I got Water, and Mega Gyarados was Water Dark. So and that was like the best one for that I was able to find in the Pokemon type calculator. So yeah, that's my main reason why I got it. But it can run some, but it has like a bunch, like it can be, but it's another one with like a extremely flexible moveset possibilities. You can run it exclusively bulky, supportive, fast sweeper, intimidate, moxie. It has a bunch of options for me to play with. And I feel like this one is gonna be one of the more better performing mons I feel like in my team if I'm able to position it correctly. Yeah, I'm really excited to use this one too. And now for my last Pokemon that I was able to get because I had 4 points left. Shuckle. My main reasoning was it got solid. Okay, that's something I didn't know while picking it. It has solid rock. And also it gets, and also mainly because Stealth Rock Sticky Web. That was my main reasoning on why I got this one. It's an overall, it's a bad Pokemon. Like it's technically, it's like bulky, but also not. It's bulky because it has defensive and special defense is really high, but its HP sucks. And it's a stall Pokemon. Its entire purpose is to take hits and make the battle go on for like a regular silver battle or something. I don't know. It's overall just not that. It's not that good. But I feel like Solid Rock is like a really good ability for it, and I can run a pretty interesting set with this. And yeah, that's my entire team for the IVDL thing, the IV Draft League. I really, I hope that I would get them. Shit, fuck it. Ignore it. That I will be that I'm gonna be recording all my week battles. Hopefully, make it to playoffs. At least that's at least a goal with this attempt in a draft league. I have very low odds of winning this because my division is absolutely goated. Has a bunch of insane, has like quite a lot of really good players, and but I feel like I can still manage to pull something off. Pull a win. Pull maybe at least make it out of the division and make it to playoffs. That's the least thing I want with to reach you in this draft league, and yeah, that's the one that's like my goal with this draft league. For since we were in a odd numbered division. There's like a week. One player gets a 1 week off, so the battle doesn't count for them, not as a win nor as a loss. And for me, week one is surprising enough the week that I will have one. So you won't get to see a battle in quite some time. So yeah, I hope you're all gonna enjoy what I can cook up with this team. I will be posting a video. How it's gonna be structured is I'm gonna be posting a video that is both a team builder preview and also gonna be the battle every week. So yeah, that's basically gonna be how it's gonna be structured. When the battle's over, of course. And it's and yeah, that's basically how I'm gonna structure it. I hope you all are gonna be excited on how I'm gonna do it, and I hope for some support, maybe too. Maybe like, subscribe, maybe comment on who you want to see the most. Maybe I will actually try to bring Netmon more than once, especially at Chuckle. And I hope you're also gonna share it. It's mainly something that I started to do because my internet has been pretty trash and streaming, so making streams is really it's really it's like an impossible sounding task with a shitty internet. So now we will be pivoting to making actual videos. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this 20-minute overview about my team. So yeah, so I hope you are gonna enjoy, and we'll see us in a couple of weeks. Bye bye.